They said Buhari died. That's crazy, oh. That's real crazy. Because I thought all that money he stole and all the evil he did in Nigeria, I thought he was going to at least, buy him longer life.
They say Buhari don't die. What's he kill Buhari? What's he kill him? What's he kill him? Shout. What's he kill him?
So 2 days ago, a really crazy news broke in Nigeria. Muhammadu Buhari, the former president of Nigeria, is dead. And while you'd expect a lot of Nigerians to start mourning and passing tribute and all that, a couple of Nigerians are actually celebrating, which is strange. I mean, Nigerians are celebrating. So why are they jubilating? That a man who was in charge of their country for over 8 years had just died. So let's talk about it. To many Nigerians, Buhari didn't just fail as a president. They believe he ruined the country. They believe he ruined Nigeria. And I understand it's easy to judge, irrespective you're not meant to celebrate the death of another person. We really need to look deeply into what happened during the time of Buhari. General Muhammadu Buhari first showed up in Nigeria political scene in 1983. Then he was not a president, he was a military dictator. As at that time, he was known to take power from politicians. He planned his coup, muzzled the press, and introduced what he called war against indiscipline. Back then, he wasn't really known as the best military ruler. And even though I wasn't born then, everything I heard wasn't really flattering. I mean, no one said, oh, he's the best president or so. Decades later, he came back. This time, he wasn't wearing khaki anymore. He was wearing agbada. And he tried multiple times to become the president via political parties and collaboration. But he failed. I mean, for so many times, he failed. This wasn't until 2015 when he had this strong political alliance with the current president. I mean, considering the president of that time too was considered very useless and incompetent, the force was very powerful. And it kind of worked because in 2015, he was elected president. And of course, he promised Nigerians heaven on earth. He convinced everyone he would fight corruption, fix insecurity, and even build the economy, which these three areas are the places where Nigeria really suffered as at that time. So basically, he gave monkey banana, and the monkey took it. But guess what? That banana had poison, because Nigerians suffered. What Nigerians got wasn't a really good banana. So let's talk about it, because a lot of people were like, oh, no, he didn't do really bad to the economy. He didn't really damage the country. Let's look at it in three different areas. First and foremost, talk about insecurity. Insecurity went from bad to worse. I mean, when he got elected, he promised to end Boko Haram insurgency, which are these bastards in the north. Within months, he said he was going to crush them. But instead, insurgency spread. Kidnapping went from a rare occurrence to a regular day-to-day activities. Under the previous government, Chibok girls were taken. And as at that time, it was more of a shocker to a lot of people. But under his government, under the new government, stories like this no longer make breaking news. So basically, terror became a normal thing. Under Buhari, Nigeria entered two different recessions. The Naira went from a Toyota to a Dacia, or maybe from a Lamborghini to a Dacia. If you know a Dacia, you know what I mean. Oil, which was supposed to be Nigeria's lifeline, became so expensive that people couldn't even afford petrol to drive from A to B. Unemployment soared. Poverty became a normal thing. People were suffering. There was hunger in the land. I mean, Indomie even had to release the hungry man's size as at that time because hunger was so bad. But all these things that happened because Nigerians would be suffering and smiling until October 2020. I mean, for people in my generation. As at that time, there was this department of the Nigerian police called SARS. They were meant to be an anti-robbery squad. But what were they doing? They were stopping young Nigerians and extorting them. It didn't matter if you're a criminal or not. As long as you're young, you've got a young face, you're getting harassed. And if you refuse to comply and give them what they want, you probably get detained, or worst case scenario, you can get shot in the face. The youth complained, cried, they begged the government, but nothing was done. So on this said day, October 2020, young Nigerians came out to protest peacefully against this normalized police brutality. The location they chose was Lekki toll gates. Everybody was singing, holding flags, dancing. Until the lights in this particular area went out and the soldiers opened fire. A lot of people were killed. The people who didn't die sustained life-changing injuries. And now let me give you a shocker. What did the president do? He basically did nothing. I even can't remember if he had a press conference or anything like that. He didn't talk about it. He basically acted like nothing happened. He never mentioned the names of the ones responsible. He never honored the dead. And they even tried to gaslight the old generation. Like, you guys are useless. They are thugs for protesting. I mean, in what civilization does one bring soldiers to a peaceful protest? So for those asking the question, why are Nigerians celebrating? This is because to so many Nigerians, Buhari represented pain. He was a face of missed potential, 8 years of bad government, a symbol of silence in the face of slaughter. This man watched Nigeria bleed and he called it indiscipline. He basically called it discipline. So now that he's gone, people aren't just celebrating his death, to be honest. They are just celebrating what they consider the end of an era. The elephant in the room is it really right for anyone to celebrate the death of another person? To be honest, this is where everything becomes uncomfortable. Because on one hand, Buhari is someone's father, someone's husband, his God family, friends, people who obviously genuinely loved him. But on another hand, when a leader destroys lives, people don't just move away and forgive and forget. I mean, see how the world reacts to names like Hitler, Idi Amin, Pinochet. Although I don't think it's fair to put him on the same category, to be honest. But sometimes this celebration isn't about joy. It's not as though Nigerians are happy or something like that. It's all about release and what some will also call relief. And I think rather than seeing this period as a fun fair, it's a good time to reflect. Because the truth is, no one lives forever. Irrespective of your power, your status, your fame, legacy is more important. And a good name, like they say, is better than gold and diamond. Yorubas will say, "O dara ju fadaka." I'm sure a lot of people watching this video have a lot of things to say about the man. You can always leave that in the comment section down below, because I want us to discuss it further. So if you enjoyed the video, you like it, you can always like, share, subscribe to your friends, and I'll see you guys in another one. Peace.